from our sports network presents the best in NCAA college basketball, the Southeastern Conference. Today's telecast is being brought to you by Coors. Now the best of the Rockies is yours. By Gulf Oil. At Gulf, everything we do makes driving better for you. And by Holiday Inn Hotels, a better place to be. For worldwide reservations, just call 800-HOLIDAY.
And brought to you by Kern's Bakery. Kern's is good bread. And by your Kentucky Ford dealers who sell America's best-built cars and trucks. Have you driven a Ford lately?
Still there, oh say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Nashville, Tennessee. The Gatlin brothers singing the national anthem before the championship game of the 1984 Southeastern Conference basketball tournament. Tom Hammond along with Joe Dean ready to bring you this championship matchup between the two teams that finished 1-2 in the regular season, Kentucky and Auburn. Remember, the regular season champion has never won the tournament championship since it was revived in 1979. The Wildcats will try to do that today. Auburn also has not won a conference tournament championship since 1979 when the tournament came back in. Let's begin by reviewing how the two teams got here. Here's the road to the finals. Auburn nipping Vanderbilt by 1, 59-58, while Auburn was defeating Tennessee the next day by 2. The Tigers with two close games. Kentucky pulling away from Georgia, 92-79. Then last night, a battle with the Alabama Crimson Tide. 2 free throws with 3 seconds left by Dickie Beal, enable the Wildcats to win by 2, 48-46. Again, no regular season champion has won the SEC tourney since it came back into being in 1979. So that's how the two teams got here. During the regular season, they split their meetings at almost identical scores. Down in Auburn, the Tigers won by 19. That was Kentucky's first defeat. They were number 1 in the country at the time. They went back to Lexington, and Kentucky won by 20. What's the scouting report now as we come to the one that really counts?
Well, Tom, it's interesting to me that both teams really like to run it up and down the court. Auburn would like to zone. They want to explode out of there and get cheap baskets. So does Kentucky with Dickie Beal. But Auburn saw Alabama control the tempo last night and played a half-court game. That could be what Auburn may try to do because they've got a problem with Chuck Person, who was injured here last night. His status is doubtful. He's going to start and he's going to play. We just don't know how far he can go.
Chuck Person does have a soreness on the calf of his leg. It affects his jumping ability, and how effective he'll be remains to be seen. Now, you talked a lot about Auburn. What about Kentucky? Against Georgia, a smaller team than Alabama, they had that running game going. But as you said, Alabama made them play the half-court game last night. They match up well with Kentucky.
Do you have a separate microphone like this one with your webcam and you're using OBS?
It's doubtful to me, though, Tom, because Barkley has to guard either Bowie or Turpin, probably Turpin. And Person, who we mentioned is injured, he's almost forced to guard Sam Bowie. They're not as big, but they're quicker. And we saw that at Auburn. The quickness paid dividends, so they could defend on the inside.
Jim Master had the outside shot going pretty well last night against Alabama. He could be a key player in this game if Auburn packs in his own defense.
And so has Dickie Beal been shooting over 65%, so Master and Beal have the outside shot, but Gerald White for Auburn can fill it up from the outside too. Freshman, and he's had a great year.
If there's a matchup that'll be key to the outcome of the game, what would it be?
I think the inside matchups, can they shut down Bowie and Turpin? Turpin had 42 points here against Georgia. They did a good job on him last night. We'll watch to see, can Barkley control Melvin Turpin?
All right, for the championship, it's Auburn against Kentucky for the NCAA tournament bid and the tournament championship. We'll be back with the introduction of the starting lineups in just a moment. It's Auburn against Kentucky for the tournament championship in Nashville, Tennessee. Let's look at the starting lineups for the two teams today. First of all, starting at guard for the Auburn Tigers, number 12, a 6'1 freshman from Augusta, Georgia, Gerald White, averaging 8 points a game. For Kentucky, Wildcats, the regular season champions, now 25-4 on the season. And starting at a backcourt position for the Wildcats will be number 11, Dickie Beal, a 5'11 senior from Covington, Kentucky. Beal averaging 5 points a game. For Auburn, the other backcourt running mate of Gerald White's is number 15, Frank Ford, 6'4 freshman from Kissimmee, Florida, averaging 8 points a game. Also a guard for Kentucky, number 20, Jim Master, 6'5 senior from Fort Wayne, Indiana, averaging 9 a game. For Auburn, in the pivot, number 34, Charles Barkley, 6'6", 270 pounds, a junior from Leeds, Alabama, averaging 14 points and 9 rebounds a game. In the pivot for the Wildcats, number 54, Melvin Turpin, 6'11", 245 pounds, a senior from Lexington, averaging 15 points and 6 rebounds a game. At guard for Auburn, number 11, a 6'7 senior from Tuskegee, Alabama, Greg Turner, averaging 10 points and 5 rebounds a game. At a forward spot for the Wildcats of Kentucky, Kenny Walker, 6'8", a sophomore from Roberta, Georgia, averaging 13 points and 6 rebounds a game. And completing the lineup for the Auburn Tigers, Chuck Person, wears 45. He's a 6'8 sophomore from Brantley, Alabama, led the SEC in scoring, averages now 19 a game, plus 8 rebounds. And for Kentucky, number 31, Sam Bowie, 7'1", a senior from Lebanon, Pennsylvania, averaging 10 points and 9 rebounds a game. Sonny Smith, the coach of the Auburn Tigers, taking them to second place in the conference race, and Joe Hall, the coach of the Kentucky Wildcats. Auburn Tigers, Kentucky Wildcats. We'll be back for the opening tip-off in just a moment.
Now Washington.
For the championship of the Southeastern Conference Tournament, it's Auburn against Kentucky. Matchups again, White, Ford, Barkley, Turner in person against Beal, Master, Turpin, Walker, and Bowie. The officials for the game, Don Rutledge, Dale Kelly, and Don Shea.
We'll have to watch Chuck Person very, very carefully, as we both mentioned as we came on the air. An injury, we don't know how well he can jump or even how well he can run.
Kentucky in the home white uniforms is the higher seeded team. Auburn in the road blue, and the Tigers open up in a zone.
3-2, that's their favorite zone defense. They think they run out of that very, very well. And of course, it's set up mainly to shut down Turpin and Bowie on the inside.
Dickie Beal triggers the offense for the Wildcats. They'll go inside if they can. This is Bowie back outside and around the horn to Master. Melvin Turpin 2 nights ago set a tournament record with 17 field goals, tied the one-game point mark with 42. Beal from outside been shooting well. That one too hard, and the rebound comes to Person. He leaves it for Ford as the Tigers attack. Almost a walk by Ford. There's a hook by Chuck Person. Gets the first basket of the game.
What Auburn does so well, they get it off the glass, they kick it out, they got it to Ford, they penetrated inside the defense, and just quick as a flash, they got it inside to Chuck Person, and he drove it home. He looks good so far.
Kenny Walker coming off a nightmare game last night against Alabama. He was only 1 for 11, usually one of the most consistent Kentucky players. Jim Master was hot last night, though, and it looks like he still has that outside shot going.
Oh, the rhythm was there. It was perfect. It did not draw iron. And as they say in these parts, string music, Nashville, Tennessee.
Chuck Person. Person is 2 for 2. Shot that one over Walker from the top of the key. His leg may be sore, but it hasn't affected his shooting touch.
Oh, he's got the eye, and he says, hey, I can play string music too, Jim Master. And he's doing it 2 for 2.
Kentucky's won 13 of these tournament championships, but not since the tournament was revived in 1979. Jim Master can't find Turpin inside, comes back outside. Master's open, a long bomb off the rim, no good. Walker with the rebound, his follow is there.
Good offensive board, Kenny Walker. Master missed. He got the board and put it home. He's 1 for 1. He was only 1 for 9 last night.
Game tied at 4. Here's the outside shot by White. No good, but the rebound comes down to Person. Kentucky man-to-man.
Bowie is against Greg Turner.
Knocked loose and stolen by Kentucky. Turpin has it. Gives it to Beal, who's got a finger in the eye. And the referee, Dale Kelly, take time out to let the trainer come out and take a look at Dickie Beal's eye. I think he got a contact knocked loose.
I think that's right. Barkley's matched up inside, and the defensive end for Kentucky against Melvin Turpin. Turpin's guarding Barkley. Bowie's guarding Greg Turner. Of course, defensively for Auburn, they're in that 3-2 zone, but on the backside, Barkley is, for the most part, covering Melvin Turpin, and Greg Turner, instead of Persons, is covering Bowie. Persons is the middle man in the 3-2 zone defense, and that's a good spot for him because it eliminates some of his movement.
Beal had the open shot but didn't take it. He missed one a couple of moments ago. He was a little gun shy there. He's open here, but he whips it around to Master. Fakes but doesn't shoot. One dribble and puts it on the way. Good. Master 2 for 2.
Well, he put the ball on the floor very well. He got Barkley off the court, bounced once to his right, and drilled it.
Person double teamed by Walker and Beal. Here's Barkley trying to dish inside. He's going to be called for traveling.
They got it inside, but the big guy, Charles Barkley, 6'6", 270. We talk about him so much. He shuffled his feet. We're going to go the other way.
Here it is again. He tried to go inside. Couldn't have a pass there. Took it back, and it walked.
When he got in the air, just came down. He had no place to pass.
Kentucky leads by 2. 6-4. We have played 3.5 minutes. Here's Kenny Walker. Master lobs to Bowie. Takes it right back. Open. One dribble. Feeds it off to Beal. He's open also. His shot no good. Turpin had a hand on it. Knocked it out of bounds. It'll go to Auburn.
Master got good penetration. He turned down a very good shot. I think he needs to go ahead and put up that 15, 18-footer. Instead, he penetrated, kicked it to Beal. Beal's 0 for 2 so far in the early going.
Second in the SEC regular season, the Auburn Tigers at 12-6. Kentucky won it with a 14-4 mark. That's Chuck Person. Person has all 6 Auburn points.
You're right. His leg must be hurting, but I'll tell you this. It hadn't affected his eyes, and it hadn't affected his arm. The touch is there.
Master, he's been the hot man for Kentucky. Missed one. Barkley with a rebound. Barkley, the league's leading rebounder through the regular season. Bowie, second. Turner misses. Tapped once by Ford, no good. Bowie rebounds for Kentucky. There's a lead pass for Beal. Beal streaks for the hoop. Feeds off to Turpin. He'll chase it down. Now back to Beal. They'll set it up.
Bowie got that rebound. The long outlet trying to get the break started. Auburn got back quickly.
Lob underneath to Bowie. Beal to Bowie for 2.
You can hear this pro-Kentucky crowd. Beal, a beautiful assist. One of the weaknesses of the zone is deep on the backside. Beal picked it up, and the big guy, Sam Bowie, played Stufferino here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Winston Bennett has entered the Kentucky lineup. We've got a timeout. Kentucky leads Auburn 8-6.
At stores everywhere for St. Patrick's Day. Each festive display features the Beer Wolf and big stacks of Coors Light. That's because Coors Light will be in big demand.
Thanks a lot, fellas.
This St. Patrick's Day. So stop by your favorite store and look for the Coors Light Beer Wolf display.
Turn your Irish loose, turn it loose. Coors Light.
Tom Hammond and Joe Dean from Memorial Gymnasium in Nashville, Tennessee. Capacity crowd, 15,426 on hand today. The tournament has been sold out for over a month, and the fans have really come out to support the tournament here in Nashville. In fact, most of the seats have been full for every game, not just the game of the team they're rooting for. They've watched basketball, and it's been excellent basketball. 7 consecutive tourney championships for the Adolph Rupp coached Kentucky Wildcats, 44 to 1950, but it's been a drought for them since 79.
In fact, they've never won it since the tournament came back to life. Auburn 3 of 5 so far, 60%. Kentucky 4 of 8, 50%. Person, 3 for 3. Master, 2 for 4. Kentucky still man-to-man defensively.
Greg Turner penetrates inside, kicks to Barkley, who lays it in. It'll count, and he's fouled.
So they got it in deep to the big guy. Melvin Turpin was trying to front. The pass was on the opposite side of him, and that's where you have to see it. See 54, the way he's trying to front. Watch this pass. Well, he ended up going over him. He was fronting so much, the pass was in behind him, but no basket. Foul before, he's going to take it out of bounds.
Missed shot, and foul on Winston Bennett, but no basket. Kentucky still leads 8-6. Shot from the corner by White is good to tie it at 8.
Hey, they just moved it so quick, and Dickie Beal just did not get there defensively quick enough to pick up man-to-man against Gerald White. He drilled it.
Less than 15 minutes to play in the first half. Neither team is led by more than 2. Here's Master. Master now 3 for 5.
He's got it going, but the main thing is the big guys in the offense for Kentucky, they realize that zone defense is swarming inside when they get it, and as soon as Sam Bowie picked it up, watch him kick it out. That's what made it happen.
Back to live action. Here's Turner, top of the key for Auburn. Won't go. Winston Bennett the rebound for Kentucky. Beal leads the break. Dickie Beal lob to Bowie. Beautiful.
Unbelievable. Bowie made Greg Turner raise his shot. It made for a long rebound, and you saw the patented fast break of Dickie Beal and the Wildcats.
Kentucky by 4. Shot baseline. Won't go. Partially blocked. Bowie rebounds. Here's Beal again. Gets by his man. Kicks it over to Turpin, but a foul on Auburn. It's going to be called on Gerald White. That's the first foul whistled against Auburn.
Dickie Beal, one of the better open court players in the entire country. And you saw the jam right there on the lob pass from Dickie Beal. You cannot let Kentucky get into a racehorse open court game. They can deal you fits. Alabama last night was able to shut that down. Auburn so far today is beginning to struggle with that end of their game.
Kenny Walker returns to the Kentucky lineup. Sam Bowie gets a rest. Vern Strickland is in for Auburn. Strickland 31 in blue. 6'5 sophomore, Gadsden, Alabama, averaging 6 a game. Here's a foul inside on Kentucky.
Winston Bennett shoving on the offside against the 3-2 Auburn zone. He was trying to get shape underneath, and he pushed.
That's the second personal foul on Bennett. He has both Kentucky team fouls. So Auburn a chance to cut into the 4-point Kentucky lead. Turner in the corner. White hit one a moment ago. Missed almost everything. That one just nicked the rim. Out of bounds though to Auburn. Last touch by Kentucky. Joe B. Hall of the Wildcats. He's won 275 games at Lexington while losing only 86. For his 18 years of coaching, 351 wins, 142 losses. Has won a national championship, an NIT championship, has been NCAA runner-up as well as champion. Charles Barkley, triple team, puts it up and in.
The main thing, he went to the glass with it, had eliminated some of the touch, and he got it to go down. And mentioning Joe Hall, those wins at Kentucky represent 76 winning percentage.
And his Wildcats lead by 2, but that sensational shot by Barkley has pulled the Tigers 2 closer. Kenny Walker short on his shot after catching it in traffic, and Auburn outlets with a chance to tie. Ford, Turner out of bounds to Kentucky. They mishandle the break.
Both teams desperately want to get it out of there and get the transition game going. Right here.
That last shot by Barkley. Watch this. 3 men around him. And off the glass for 2.
That was the key. You think he'd have gone straight to the rim, it wouldn't have gone. It's too delicate a shot, but he jammed it on the glass and got it to go home.
Kentucky with the basketball, up by 2. Auburn still in the zone defense. Jim Master back to Bennett. He's open from 16. Rimmed out. Turpin with a rebound. His follow shot won't go. Jacked again by Turpin, no good, and a rebound Person. Inside, they lob to Barkley. He stops. He got away from Turpin.
They lobbed over Turpin, who's trying desperately to front Barkley, and Coach Hall is saying, hey, you gotta come from the weak side and help. It wouldn't have mattered because 6'6", 270, Charles Barkley jammed it as he got underneath wide open. Watch it again. See Turpin? He was trying to keep him from getting the ball. Barkley brings it back and jams it home. Big basket for Barkley and Auburn.
Paul Daniels in the game for the Tigers, 6-foot senior from Ormond Beach, Florida, averaging 2 points a game. Turpin can't hit from in close. Rebound Strickland to the Tigers. He gets it to Person. Person back to White. Over Masker. No good. Barkley crashing the boards will be called for the foul. It'll be his first foul and the second against Auburn.
Auburn's not afraid to run against these Kentucky Wildcats. They get it off the board and they come roaring out of there trying to pick up that basket before the Kentucky defense can get set up at their end.
Sonny Smith, the Auburn coach, going to take the Tigers to their first ever postseason tournament. They have never been to the NCAA or the NIT for that matter in their history. Kentucky, you see, best field goal percentage. Here's a foul on Strickland of Auburn. 3 fouls now against the Tigers.
Kentucky's only committed 2. Winston Bennett goes out.
Again, you see Barkley getting away from his man and stuffing for the Auburn Tigers. We've got a timeout, 11:59 to play first half, and the score tied 12-12. We'll be back. Conference tournament by getting your copy of the official tournament program, packed with features on the players and coaches of the nation's top basketball conference. Send $4 to SEC Tournament Program, Post Office Box 1984A, Lexington, Kentucky 40594.
The honorary chairman of the Southeastern Conference tournament this year is Coach Joel Leaves, coach basketball at Auburn, athletic director at Georgia, Carl Maddox, athletic director at LSU, and then Mississippi State, and of course Rob Roy Purdy, faculty chairman, athletic committee, Vanderbilt University. They've been the honorary chairman of this tournament.
Walking violation on Kenny Walker. You saw the shooting percentages there for a moment. Kentucky turns it over and Auburn a chance to take the lead. Kenny Walker just has had nightmare game last night and has not played well to start the game here this afternoon, though he does have a basket.
Scored one of the early baskets for Kentucky. Of course, he's missed since then. Kentucky 6 of 14 so far. Auburn 6 of 13.
Turner's shot won't go. Everybody was blocked off the board, so Beal was able to go in and pick it off the floor. Nice pass to Turpin for the jam.
Beal went all the way across the court, going left to right, and then threw the ball back to the left side, and there was the big guy, Melvin Turpin, wide open, and he took it to the basket with a lot of power and drove it home.
Nicky Beal has made a big difference in this team. There's Barkley under some pressure from Bowie. He couldn't hit, but Turner is there to put it back.
Oh, what a matchup in there. Barkley's trying to stuff, and Big Sam Bowie's saying no. They're playing above the rim.
Game tied at 14. Championship contest of the SEC tournament. 2 best teams in the league. Beal to Master. Lobs to Bowie. Backing in and traveling. Bowie was sort of taking a page from Charles Barkley's book, sort of backing in. And he's called for traveling. Here's that fast break basket again.
Well, Beal made it happen. Penetrated the defense, but was going one direction, threw the ball, reversed it, knocked the other, and there was Melvin Turpin wide open.
Turner fakes, takes the dribble, feeds inside to Barkley. He got everybody off the floor, but missed the shot. And Barkley will go to the line to shoot 2.
You can see him clapping his hands. He was disappointed. He got open underneath on a pass from Greg Turner. Head and shoulder fake, showed the defense the ball. They got off the ground, and he came back and had a great chance at a 3-point play, but it wouldn't go.
SEC Player of the Year, Charles Barkley. The foul on Melvin Turpin, his first foul, as Barkley steps to the line. He now has 5 points.
He's led the Southeastern Conference in rebounding 3 consecutive years, averaging a little over 9 rebounds a game, and he's led Auburn in blocked shots every year and holds the school record in that department.
You saw also second in field goal percentage in the league. As Joe mentioned, he led the league in rebounding 3 consecutive years, only the second player in history to do that. Here's Turpin, feeds to Bowie. Bowie wasn't really ready. Barkley on a run out for Auburn. It's 4 on 3, and they mishandle it again. Behind the back of Ford and out of bounds.
Both teams mishandled it. Turpin had a wide open shot, turned it down to go to Bowie because he thought he could stuff it. Bowie wasn't ready. He went the other way, and then Barkley makes a bad pass. Look at it again. See the pass? Well, the main thing that happened was Barkley got a piece of that ball. That's why Turpin made the bad pass.
Bowie, turnaround jumper won't go. Rebound comes down to Person of Auburn. He gets it to Paul Daniels, and the Tigers set it up, leading by 2.
So far, it's been interesting that Auburn's been able to match up as well as they have inside against the big Twin Tires of Kentucky, but give credit to that zone defense.
Auburn has turned it over one more time. Barkley can't hit. Person can't tap it in. Master claims it for Kentucky. 9 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the first half. Auburn leads by 2. Tigers still playing in that zone defense. Auburn inside to Bowie. Turnaround jumper. Short. Rebound. Turner of Auburn. Kentucky's gone cold.
Getting the ball inside low, surprisingly, to Bowie, but he can't get it to go home. I'm sure they'd rather have Turpin, who's a better shooter in low shooting than Sam Bowie.
An Auburn basket would give them their longest lead. Turner tries to do it, can't hit. But here's Barkley with a rebound. Knocked away from him and stolen. Beal on the run for Kentucky. Beal dips and doodles and misses. Rebound comes down to Ford of Auburn. He gets it to Daniels. The Tigers run the other way. And Beal comes from nowhere to pick it off. Here's Master for Kentucky behind the back in front court. Bowie wants the lob. Didn't get it. Got it back to Master.
Beal played a little out of control, but he made the steal.
Master's shot goes over the top of the backboard and out of bounds to Auburn. Well, Beal missed the shot and then raced from one end of the court to the other to pick it off right there.
Beautiful steal, but it looked like Auburn had a 3-on-2 break and was going to increase their lead to 4, and that would have been the biggest lead of the game.
Auburn again with a chance to take that longest lead. That's the score with 8:29 on the clock. Here's Strickland. Bounces inside. Barkley. It rolls through. Can't let him have it there.
Yeah, Strickland made the good bound pass, but he got up and shot so quickly that the defense just couldn't react because Barkley is a very quick jumper.
Longest lead of the game for the Auburn Tigers. Knocked away from Turpin. Saved in by Strickland.
Auburn has come to play, no question about that. They're not awed by these Kentucky Wildcats.
They beat Kentucky by 19 in Auburn. First loss of the season at the time for the Wildcats. Then Kentucky returned the favor by 20 in Lexington. Strickland, trying to make his move, is guilty of walking. James Blackman enters the game for the Wildcats. Here's a replay again of Barkley going up and shooting and hitting over Melvin Turpin. We've got a timeout. 7:49 to play first half. Auburn leading Kentucky 18-14. Don Rutledge, the official, having a little conversation with the Twin Towers, Sam Bowie and Melvin Turpin of Kentucky. The Wildcats have gone cold, Joe. They can't hit.
Very cold. 7 of 19, just 36.8%. And they've led the Southeastern Conference shooting almost all year at 52.4. In fact, last year, they were the nation's #1 field goal shooting team at 55.6%. Wildcats have always shot the ball well.
And one of the reasons they've won 35 SEC championships. They've also won 1,354 games and lost 422. That's the best in college basketball.
Tom, they've won 5 NCAA championships.
Second only to UCLA.
29 appearances in the NCAA tournament.
And that's a record.
What a history.
It's going to be a foul on Kentucky as you knock Barkley to the floor. Look, I don't know if you can see it on the camera. You couldn't. Paul Daniels tried to help Barkley up. And as he pulled him up, Daniels went down. He just couldn't pull him all the way up.
The fact that Bowie could knock him down, watch this. That's unbelievable in itself.
We might make Bowie a tight end. Did you see that body block?
No question. But Daniels, you're right. He was trying to pull him up, but he had a struggle.
There's the foul situation. Kentucky's committed one more. Wildcats playing man-to-man. Bowie with a good quick hand knocked it out and away from Turner. Turner touched it last, and it'll go to Kentucky. Bowie with a good defensive hand.
Excellent defense inside against Greg Turner. Turner tried to get it back, and he touched it last. It's Kentucky's ball.
Wildcats trail by 4. This is James Blackman, who came in. 6'3 freshman from Marion, Indiana. Blackman averages 4 a game. He's running with Beal at a guard spot as Master went out. Bob inside. Turpin in traffic. Back to Beal. Was open off a pick from Bowie. Didn't shoot. Blackman will and hit.
Good movement of the ball. They got it inside high on that lob to the big guys. They kicked it out, and Beal very intelligently moved it very quickly to the left side corner to Blackman, and he got it to go.
Kentucky back within 2. The longest lead for either team has been 4. Daniels almost walked, but didn't leave the floor. It was a good no call. Kicked out of bounds. It'll go back to Auburn. Person is in for the Tigers. And also in is Gerald White as Turner and Daniels lead. Under their own hoop, the Tigers put it in play. Leading by 2 with 6.5 minutes to play first half. Person, Walker got a piece of the shot, and then a foul underneath. It's going to be called on Kentucky, I believe, Bowie. Let's see. Sam Bowie has committed his second foul, and that's 5 now against the Wildcats. Watch the replay.
Hard to really pick this up. It looked like a couple of players went at it at the same time, but right there, you saw Bowie go over the arm underneath there, and that's what the foul was about.
Bowie goes out, replaced by Winston Bennett. Turner comes back in for Auburn, and Barkley will get a rest. There's Barkley jogging to the bench. Turner tried it with the left hand, couldn't get it. Turpin, rebound, outlet to Beal. Beal still on the run to the hoop, missed the shot. And a foul on the rebound. It's going to be on Winston Bennett of Kentucky, I believe. That'll be his third.
Mickey Beal, you saw the great open court action of this young man, and if he's going to do this, though, Tom, he's got to take the ball to the board. The body momentum shoves it to the back of the ring and makes it pop out, and that's what happens to him. Goes to the glass, and he's home free, but it was a beautiful move, but it doesn't mean anything when they don't go down.
Winston Bennett has 3 fouls already, 6 against Kentucky, so Auburn will shoot the bonus on the next one as we have 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Gerald White, left open by Beal, can't hit it. Tapped once, twice by Strickland, won't go. Waiting in there is Turpin. We're going to have a foul. It's going to be on Auburn.
Either Greg Turner or Chuck Person. I couldn't tell, but I think Greg Turner.
It is Turner, his first foul, and the 4th against the Auburn Tigers. There's the Wildcat brain thrust. They need a hoop here to tie it at 18. Dickie Beal in front court. Beal, the hero last night, calmly sank 2 free throws with 3 seconds remaining to beat Alabama. Inside lob to Turpin, off the glass, he got it.
Well, he faked it like he was going to kick it to the wing, as they've done most of this first half with the jumper, but he came right back and put it on the glass. Good move by Melvin Turpin.
At 18, halftime score from the ACC tournament. Duke leading top-ranked North Carolina by 8. Turner with a nice fake and hit it over Melvin Turpin.
Melvin Turpin, one of the better offensive centers in the game, but not a tremendous defensive center on the inside, and Greg Turner showed you why. He got him off balance and came back and put it in, and he's about 4 inches shorter.
Beal is open, outside shot is good. That's his first basket. Beal, as we've been telling you, has been hot lately. His reputation was not as an outside shooter, but in his senior season hitting over 64%. Is that right?
In fact, in his last 9 games, he scored 97 points, averaging over 10 a game. He's 31 of 46, over 67%. 60 assists, almost 80% at the foul line, and he, in the last 9 games, has absolutely been incredible for the Kentucky Wildcats.
Barkley back in, Strickland goes out for Auburn. Last night he hit those 2 free throws to win the game. This summer, Joe, he wasn't a good free throw shooter. This summer he shot 200 free throws a day.
Well, it's paid dividends, because when you shoot 80%, that is tremendous in any league, anywhere.
Brett Barrup is coming to the Kentucky lineup, replacing Winston Bennett. Barrup, 6'9" junior, centerport New York, averages a point a game. Frank Force splits defenders and pops it home.
They posted him up low. That got it to him, and just with power and strength, he put it up over James Blackman and got it on the glass. Excellent play by Auburn.
All 5 Tiger starters have scored. 4:15 to play, and Auburn by 2.
And Auburn's still in that 3-2 zone and really packing it in.
Dickie Beal gives it up to Blackman and takes it back. Comes to the other side where Turpin and Walker are trying to find some room. Barrup also on the other side now trying to post up low. Now less than 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Kentucky just working. Patience against the zone. Bob to Turpin, flashes Walker, baseline thumper, good.
Again, give Melvin Turpin the credit. Nicky Beal the lob to him. He knew he was surrounded. He kicked it out while he was still in the air, and Kenny Walker had a little 10-footer.
Game tied at 22. Barkley's open, 17-footer short. Beal takes the rebound. Beal on a run out. Takes it all the way to the basket. Barkley rejects it. Picked up by Person. Saves it to White. White to Barkley. He lost it in a foul on Blackburn.
Barkley rejected, and he sprinted the length of the court, and it looked like he was going to get a jam. Person saved it before it went out of bounds, just threw it back over his head, and all of a sudden, Auburn was in business. Watch it again. There's the rejection. Barkley, we told you he's broken the Auburn record. They got it to White, right here to the big guy, and almost, Tom, it looked like it stuffed, but they fouled him just as he put it up.
Blackman saved the basket, but Barkley will have a chance to get the 2 points at the line and connects on the first.
Oh, after he blocked that shot, he really sprinted out there, and everything almost worked, almost paid dividends, and that is what hustle will do.
Have you seen a 270-pound man get from one end of the court to the other, from basket to basket that quickly?
He is so quick. It's just unbelievable and agile.
It's the 2 free throws. So Charles Barkley connects on 2 at the free throw line, and Auburn has a 2-point lead. Timeout, 3:07 first half. Tigers by 2. Most valuable players at the conclusion of today's game, one from each team, and Golfinist dealers will donate a $500 scholarship to the General Scholarship Fund of both schools as part of the Golf Most Valuable Player Award Scholarship Program.
Neither team wearing it out. Auburn 10 of 26, just 38%. Kentucky 11 of 25, 44%. Both well below their average. Auburn continues to sit back into that 3-2 zone defense.
Auburn has turned the ball over 8 times to 5 for Kentucky. 2:45 remaining first half. 24-22, Auburn leading Kentucky. Turpin ran away from Barkley. They're going to call Barkley for the foul. It'll be his second personal foul. Number 5 this half against the Tigers.
He looked at the official and nodded his head as if, "You're right, Mr. Official, look at it again." They lob right here to Melvin Turpin. Watch Barkley come across his arms. Good call. Kentucky ball.
Kentucky puts it in play against that Tiger zone. Walker on the high post. Bounces right back up and sticks it home.
Well, you get it to him in the paint. He was just inside the foul line in the paint. He is terrific. He turned around and jammed it home, and the game's tied again.
Walker and Master leading Kentucky 6 apiece. Walker almost had the steal, but Person chases it down. Person, remember, playing with a sore leg. Sprained a knee last night, and his leg's still sore, but his shooting touch unaffected.
He's right on target. They picked down on the left side for him. He come off shooting. He didn't spin his wheels or look to see what was happening. He just stuck it in the bottom of the sack.
Person with 8 points. Barkley has 10 to lead Auburn. Bowie flashes right back to Walker, who hits. Nice play. 2-man game there. Bowie got Walker at just the right time.
I love the way the big twin tires, Turpin and Bowie, are getting the lob passes and kicking it to the wings for the good shot.
Bodies flying inside. Bowie hits the deck, and a foul's going to be called on Auburn.
I believe Greg Turner.
For Turner, number 2, and for Auburn, number 6. Kenny Walker, after that 1-for-11 performance last night, has 8 points on 4 of 5 shooting, 80% from the field.
He's been so consistent all year, rarely plays a bad game. Shot selection always just perfect. And last night was very unique and unusual for him.
Turpin, and rolls in. Roll all the way around and down through.
They call that touch. Sonny Smith right there. There's Joe Hall. Sonny Smith's won 113 games and 109 losses in his career. He's 83-86 since he took over 4 years ago at Auburn.
See the clock ticking down to 1 minute. Kentucky has the lead by 2. Turner in traffic, won't go, but a foul.
If done a good job of getting it in low to Barkley and to Greg Turner. And Greg Turner, who's been playing with a lot of confidence all year long, not afraid to take it to the glass against those big Kentucky centers inside. Bowie and Turpin. Look at it again.
That was Turpin with his shot rolling around and falling through. Nice touch for a big guy. This is Brett Barrett, who has re-entered the lineup for Kentucky. Bowie goes out. That foul was on Melvin Turpin, his second. Sends Greg Turner to the free throw line with 56 seconds remaining in the first half. You'll have one more. That's the first miss by Auburn at the free throw line after Barkley had hit 4 for 4.
As a team, they've only been shooting 68% on the season, which is just average. Kentucky shooting 71.2 on the season.
See Ford back in for Auburn. White goes out as Turner hits the second free throw. Kentucky has not shot a free throw in the first half. Pressure from Auburn. Walker to Blackman. Blackman brings it in the front court. You see the clock ticking down to 45 seconds.
Good zone pressure by Auburn. They almost picked up a steal. Kentucky's going to hold it for the last shot of the first half.
They lead by 1, 28-27. Now 30 seconds. There it is from the top of the ceiling and back to the side court view. 25 seconds.
Auburn's fouled 6 times in this half, so they can't gamble taking a chance and going out and making a steal, because if they do foul, it put Kentucky at the line for 1-1.
Now 10 seconds, they'll go into their offensive play. Blackman back to Beal, 7 seconds. Beal still looking, 5. Beal's going to have to shoot it. Outside, good. And that's the end of the first half. It was almost as if Beal didn't want to shoot, but they left him no alternative, and he can.
Well, the defense just kept backing in because they knew he was going to lob, but he drilled it.
That's the end of the first half with the score. Kentucky 30, Auburn 27.
I'm wanted. What for, Sheriff? I'm just a 49er looking for a little gold.
You'll see. Shave off that beard. Not with Good News. Not with Bic. The Schick disposable beats them both. Schick beats Good News for sharpness.
Schick is sharper?
Yep, and Schick beats Bic for overall performance.
And only Schick has this sliding safety cap.
It won't mean a thing to me.
to play in the second half. Greg Turner of Auburn has just hit a shot to pull Auburn within one. That was the first play of the second half. Greg Turner of Auburn hitting from outside. A message here to our local stations along the line. We'll be taking a local break on our first position of the second half. Local stations, note, you'll have a local break, first position of the second half. Turpin's shot is blocked. Auburn comes down with a chance to take the lead.
First half, Auburn was 11 of 30, 36.7%, not very good shooting. Kentucky 50% on 15 of 30. Kentucky did not shoot a foul shot in the first half. Barkley
got it inside to Charles Barkley. Got some weak side help from Master, but to no avail as Barkley scored. There are the halftime stats.
There we mixed it to you. 11 of 30, 36.7%, 50% for Kentucky. 5 for 6 at the line for Auburn. Kentucky did not go to the line, but Auburn out-rebounded Kentucky 19 to 14, and Auburn has out-rebounded 26 of the 29 opponents they faced this year. They lead the league in that department.
31-30, Auburn with a 1-point lead, and a foul inside. Here's the replay.
Look at it again. They lobbed over Turpin. They got it to Barkley. You could see it there, and he got it to go down. Auburn leads by 1.
18:40 to play in this championship game. The winner with an automatic berth in the NCAA tournament. Master takes the baseline jumper, doesn't take it. Turpin does from outside. Melvin Turpin shows the outside shot. Kentucky's first basket of the second half.
Both teams had 4-point leads in the first half. That was the biggest. Kentucky at 12-8, Auburn at 18-14. In other words, it's been a barn burner, and it's been close all the way.
Turpin registering his 8th point when Kentucky had the ball. Here's Greg Turner of Auburn. Off the back of the rim. Barkley follows, won't go. Rebound Walker at Kentucky. Gets it up to Beal. Kentucky with a 1-point lead in the basketball. We play just over 2 minutes of the second half.
Auburn still in that zone defense.
Bowie stripped away and taken by Ford. To Person. Back to Ford. Person to Turner. Lays it up. No good. Bowie with a rebound for Kentucky. And here come the Wildcats. 7'1" Bowie leads the break. Passes to Turpin. A foul. Charging on Bowie.
Auburn with a beautiful transition after a steal against Bowie. Great movement of the ball, but Greg turned to the trailer, missed the shot. Bowie got a long rebound. Tried to take it down like he was a guard. We'll look at it right here. Let's look at it and see what happens. Looked like he stopped. Good acting, but they called a charge on Sam Bowie.
I think it was an acting job by Barkley. Didn't look to me to be much of a collision.
Well, he set him up, put the official in a tough spot, walking on Turner.
Traveling call. That'll turn it back over to Kentucky. The Wildcats with a 1-point lead. So Auburn unable to take advantage of the charge by Bowie. Scoring, Barkley with 12, Person 8, Turner 7. For Kentucky, Walker with 8, Turpin with 8, Master with 6. Beal gives to Walker, around to Master. Turpin trying to post up underneath. Bowie is in there also. Not doing much moving, though. Now they get it to Turpin. Bowie from outside. Bowie shot won't go. Turner rebound.
Kentucky acted like no one wanted to put it up.
Person does for Auburn. No good. Barkley on the follow, though. Barkley has a rebound. Here's Person. This time he hits.
Give all the credit in the world to Barkley. He got that offensive board. Didn't panic. He saw Bowie coming at him, but he bounced it in traffic to Chuck Person, and with that smooth touch, got it to go home.
That's the score. Auburn by 1, and I believe they've warned Auburn about hitting the ball when it comes out of the net. Giving them time to get back on defense.
They touch it again. It'll cost them a technical.
Jim Master on target.
He hit it with Greg Turner lunging at him. He has got it going. Jim Master.
Kentucky back by 1. White of Auburn leaves it for Turner. Inside, scrambling around. There's going to be a holding foul. On Kentucky, it's going to be, I believe, on Turpin. Let's see if we can pick it up.
Look at it again.
This will be the rebound by Barkley.
That was the play before. Watch the bounce pass right here in traffic. That's what made it happen. Bounce pass in traffic is so effective.
They called the foul on Kenny Walker. First foul on Walker, 2 against Kentucky this half. Auburn has not committed one. Remember, Kentucky has not shot a free throw in the game.
Kentucky's still man-to-man defensively. Nicky Beal against White. against Greg Turner.
Frank forward over Master. Bowie up for the big rebound. He gets it to Master. Master brings it into front court for the Wildcats, who lead by 1. Master backs it out, says let's set it up. Go inside Turpin. Turnaround jumper is there. It'll count, and a foul on Turner.
Well, they caught Turner directly behind him, and he could feel him, and that's key for a center. Master lobbed it to him with a good pass. You see him directly behind him. He turns and puts it in the basket. Fouled as he put it up, and a chance at a three-point play.
This will be the first free throw attempt by Kentucky in the game.
And it could match Kentucky's longest lead.
Vern Strickland returns for Auburn. Turner goes to the bench with those 3 personal fouls.
Turpin shooting 76.5% at the line on the year.
On the coach's All-SEC team, number 8 in scoring in the Southeastern Conference, number 12 all-time on the University of Kentucky list, and hit the free throw. He has scored 1,459 points in his career with the Wildcats. 3-point margin, a 3-point deficit facing the Auburn Tigers. Person guarded by Walker. Walker got a hand on it. Over to White.
That's a good matchup.
Two of the best forwards in the leagues, and both sophomores.
Louis on Vern Strickland.
Here's a bumping foul on Dickie Beal as White made his baseline move. Beal whistled for his first 3 against Kentucky this half.
Been one of our greatest, most exciting Southeastern Conference tournaments ever. And a special thank you to Dr. Boyd McWhirter and many of the people in his office who have made it happen.
We've got a timeout, 15-10 to play. Kentucky leading Auburn 36-33. We'll be back after this message from your local station. Fans on hand to cheer Kentucky today. Don't forget now, we'll be picking our golf most valuable player for the final time in this SEC season. And Golf and its dealers will donate a $500 scholarship to the General Scholarship Fund of both Kentucky and Auburn in honor of our 2 MVPs.
I've mentioned how exciting this tournament has been and the office of Dr. Boyd McWhirter, the commissioner of this league, but we'd also like to thank out of that office John Guthrie, associate commissioner, and what a job he's done with basketball throughout the year. Mark Walmack, great assistance to us, and Steve Townsend, who's provided so many data and information, statistics that have been so valuable to us. But Vanderbilt University, what a job they've done. It's been unbelievable. Roy Kramer, their athletic director, he's been in charge, and the hospitality has been wonderful. C.M. Newton and his staff, George Bennett, associate AD, he's helped so much, and Lou Harris and the entire sports information staff at Vanderbilt, thank all of you so much. It's been a fantastic Southeastern Conference tournament, one of the greatest.
As indeed, great games, great fan support, and efficiently run by the Vandy staff. And while we're at it, we might as well thank all the SIDs and the member schools for their help throughout the season. They did a great job.
Couldn't do it without them.
Auburn working the ball against a Kentucky zone defense. The Wildcats have gone into their 2-3 zone.
Well, they zoned the inbounds pass, so they just stayed in the zone. On this offensive set for Auburn, it's been a good defense.
Kentucky has a 3-point lead.
Auburn patient, they should be.
Barkley penetrates, dishes off to Ford, who misses the shot. Strickland tapped, then Bowie cleared it for Kentucky. 3-on-1. Here's Beal, lob to Turpin, too long. Turpin puts it up anyway, no good. Bennett taps, no good. Rebound Barkley, the big guy leads the break the other way, and a foul's going to be called on Dickie Beal.
Well, Tom, you were right. Dickie Beal's lob was too far under, and Melvin Turpin had no board to work with. He had to lean back and go straight to the basket, and he couldn't get it to go. You saw it there. But here comes the big guy, Barkley. He got that rebound, and can you believe him? 6'6", 270, and he's going to dribble it the length of the court. He was fouled by Beal.
Two fouls on Beal. Excuse me, Joe.
I'll just start to say Auburn's turned it over 11 times, Kentucky 7.
Vern Strickland with the outside shot, his first basket of the game. The 6'5" sophomore connects for Auburn to pull them within 1. Score 36-35 Kentucky. Deal at the top of the key, Winston Bennett. Bennett has replaced Walker in that Kentucky lineup. In the paint, Turpin, turnaround jump shot. Bennett short on his follow. Here's Ford for Auburn. Tigers can take the lead. Ford all the way to the hoop, no good. Slam by Barkley.
And with the left hand, Ford missed with the transition. They had the good break. But here come the big guy roaring down the middle, and Barkley drove it home. Auburn leads.
Barkley, the leading scorer in the game, with 14. Tigers by 1, 37-36. 13 minutes to play. Winston Bennett from 15. His first basket.
He rarely shoots from the perimeter, but he got that one to go.
That's the score. Kentucky seesaws back on top by 1. Kentucky still zoning 2-3, and Auburn working around the perimeter. There's the cross-court skim pass. Strickland, person on the baseline. Can't get a shot away. The zone reacts quickly. Trying to get it inside to Barkley, but a foul as he made his move to get open. It's going to be on Sam Bowie. That'll be number 4 on Sam Bowie.
And a big blow to Kentucky. They have to get him out of there. Kentucky's played man defense most of this game. Here's the... Watch this jam by Barkley. That was on the play before when Ford missed and Barkley jammed it home.
5 team fouls now on Kentucky, but 4 on Sam Bowie, who leaves the game replaced by Brett Barrett. Barrett played in the first half, failed to score.
Kentucky went away from that man defense, went to a 2-3 zone, trying to shut down some of the inside play that Auburn's been very effective with in this game. Gotten it to Turner, and gotten it to Barkley. Been very effective. But on that trip, Bowie definitely fouled as they tried to get it to Barkley inside.
Kentucky leads Auburn by 1. White. A beauty off the hand of Gerald White. He had 4 in the game, and Auburn takes a 1-point lead.
A lot of patience by the Auburn offense. They moved it deliberately. The defense didn't react quick enough. White, just an excellent 15-foot shot. Dickie Beal tried to get to him, but didn't get there in time.
Inside Turpin, back to Beal. Thought about shooting, didn't. Now goes back to Turpin. Master. On the other side, into Barrett. Back out to Master. To Beal. Puts his shot up. Good.
He's been wearing it out there. For a little guy that last year didn't even want to put it up, he has really come to life, shooting over 67% in the last 9 games. Just incredible, the turnaround in his performance, and he has a lot of confidence now.
Had surgery 3 times on a knee. Bothered much of the season by injury and then by illness, but making a big difference in this Kentucky attack in the latter stages of the season. White on the rebound, Walker of Kentucky. They got Wildcats with the ball.
That time.
Kentucky with a 1-point lead in the basketball. 10:52 on the clock. Master drives. Leads back outside to Beal. Here's Turpin inside. Barkley got a piece of it. Taken down by Auburn.
Great defense by Barkley. Just enough to keep it from getting there.
Strickland has Turner baseline. He shoots it up. No good. Batted by Master to his teammate Walker. And Beal will walk it up for the Wildcats. They're on top by 1.
Oh, we've had us a honey for all the marbles. Either team can break it open.
Master outside bomber. No good. Ford collars the rebound for Auburn. Now they slow it down. And even 10 minutes to play. Sonny Smith of Auburn. Seen his Tigers battle Kentucky tooth and nail here. No more than 4 points has separated these 2 teams. We've played 30 of the 40 minutes. Barkley inside, triple team, kicks it back out. White, no good. Barkley with a rebound. We're going to have a foul, an elbowing foul on Charles Barkley. You can't believe it.
I don't think Barkley liked it, Tom. They say he pushed off against Dickie Beal.
Little Dickie Beal was in there battling him, and Barkley is called for the elbowing foul. Here's the replay again. We'll be back after this timeout with Kentucky leading Auburn by 1.
Come
this is an instant replay. What does it say?
We've got us a honey, and we do. We've got a scorcher, total barn burner in Nashville.
That's enough. That's enough.
That's enough? Auburn 17 of 45, 37.8%. Kentucky 20 of 43 in this game, 46.5%. Auburn hanging in and really haven't shot the ball that well.
9.5 minutes left in this championship game. Kentucky and Auburn, who split during the regular season. In fact, traded blowouts. Auburn at Auburn, Kentucky at Lexington. Melvin Turpin of the Wildcats can't hit it. Not hitting like he was 2 nights ago. He barely missed that night.
He was under pressure there, though. Barkley really came to him, got up with him, and made it a difficult shot. They call that good defense.
An Auburn basket would give the Tigers the lead in this seesaw championship game.
Kentucky still zoning.
Barkley can't get his shot away. Paul Daniels back in the game for the Tigers on the point for Sonny Smith's attack. He's the assist leader, in fact, second in the Southeastern Conference in assists, but he doesn't play very much. Strickland, top of the key. Vern Strickland, not shy about putting it up. He has 4.
That's the book on him. He's an excellent outside shooter. He was an Alabama All-State player, transferred from South Carolina. Been mostly a reserve, but he's done the job for the Auburn Tigers all year long.
1-point lead. Auburn still winning the rebound battle. Jim Master rattles one down. Master's carried a lot of the offense. He and Turpin have 10 apiece.
Master feels more confident, you can tell it. His rhythm looks better. He got a lot of iron, but the touch made it go down.
Strickland goes out, replaced by Person in the Auburn lineup. Turnover situation. Auburn has turned it over 4 more times.
Well, with about 8 minutes to go, Sonny Smith's going to go with his troops. He's come back now with Chuck Person.
Kentucky with a 1-point lead.
Chuck Person's the man who helped get him here, so he's going to go with him.
Person playing with a sore leg after being injured last night. This is Person, top of the key. Feeds it to White. Not getting any penetration in the zone at the moment.
But they've been patient against the Kentucky zone.
Less than 7.5 left, did you see? Barkley down on the baseline. This is White, straight away and in front. White will take it from the top of the key. Good.
Moved it until they absolutely had the perfect shot that they wanted. Gerald White right at the top of the key. It's a very good percentage cut. This game just keeps going back and forth.
Auburn back by 1. There's the time. Past 6:50 now. Turpin bounces it up off the glass. No good. Tapped once and in. I think Bennett. Or was it Walker?
I couldn't tell. I thought Turpin, but let's listen. Turpin. Melvin Turpin.
All right. 12 for Turpin. 44-43 Kentucky. Auburn again with a lot of patience.
It was a great offensive board because Auburn really fought him inside. Barkley, Person, Turner, but Big Melvin Turpin got it to go home.
Daniels back to Person. Chuck Person found the range for 12 points, and Auburn back by 1.
They've had 3 consecutive shots against the 2-3 zone right at the top of the circle, and that's one of the better shots in this game, and they've nailed all 3 of them.
They leave Walker open, and he hits.
It just seesaws.
Neither team missing now after they struggled with hitting the basket.
Sam Bowie getting ready to come back in. Joe Hall, he knows Sam Bowie helped get him here, so he wants to go with the best he has.
Both of these teams are likely candidates for the NCAA tournament, but neither team, neither coach holding anything back here. They want this championship.
Both want to go home with the gold. They want the marbles.
Person. And Auburn has hit 4 in a row from that spot. 2 by Person and 2 by White.
An old-fashioned shootout in Nashville. College basketball at its greatest.
Auburn leads 47-46. Less than 5 minutes to play. Winston Bennett spinning move off the glass. No good. Rebound, a strong rebound by Person of Auburn. And now the Tigers have a 1-point lead in the basketball as Sam Bowie is set to come back in for Kentucky.
They took it in low to Winston Bennett. He power moved it, but it wouldn't go. And Auburn is going to back it out and make Kentucky come and get them with 4.5 minutes to go in this game. 4:35.
Joe Hall off the Kentucky bench signals, go man-to-man. They match up. Walker comes out to get Person. Master will take White. Bennett has Turner. Turpin has Barkley. And Beal has Daniels. Lob it inside. Turner got away from his man and hit the layup. Joe Hall is living.
Look at it again. We'll come back later. Kentucky has it down 3.
Here's Turpin. He's fouled.
Now, the guy that's really been doing it offensively for him, he leads them in scoring at almost 16 a game. They lobbed it inside to him. Look at the play again. Greg Turner had Winston Bennett on his hip. He turned and pinned him. The lob was over Winston Bennett's head, and Greg Turner laid it in.
Sam Bowie comes back in for Kentucky, playing with 4 fouls, and Charles Barkley has just picked up his 4th foul for Auburn. 4 on Barkley. This is Melvin Turpin. You see his point total. He has shot the only free throw Kentucky has attempted in the game, and he missed it. He misses that one as well.
And he is an excellent free throw shooter at 76.5%. He's missed 2 in a row.
By 3, 3-point lead for the Tigers. Now it's 2 as Turpin finally connects after missing his first 2 free throws. We've got a timeout. 4 minutes, 6 seconds remaining in this championship contest. Joe Hall against Sonny Smith, and Auburn leads Kentucky by 2.
To everyone who takes the power and sends it down the line, for all you do.
How can I get about the best in sunny tropical vacations? Call 1-800-327-5118. 4 minutes, 6 seconds to play in the championship game of the Southeastern Conference Tournament, with the Auburn Tigers leading the Kentucky Wildcats by 2, 49-47. Auburn connecting on 22 of 51 from the field thus far, 43%. Kentucky is 23 of 50, 46%. Auburn has turned it over 4 more times than has Kentucky. So Kentucky with 1 more field goal than Auburn, but trailing by 2. They've only shot 3 free throws this afternoon. Auburn has shot 6, but all of those in the first half. Charles Barkley on the Auburn bench. The Kentucky cheerleaders trying to rally the Wildcats. It's been a great matchup as we expected between 2 of the finest teams, not only in the Southeastern Conference, but in all of America. 2 teams that will be competing in the NCAA tournament when the pairings are announced tomorrow. We expect to have at least 4 SEC teams in those NCAA tournament championship games.
We think this league deserves it. It's one of the best leagues in America, no question about it. We deserve at least a minimum of 4 teams. The best 2 teams in this league, Kentucky won the championship, the 35th. Auburn was 2nd. Full court pressure by Kentucky. Kentucky won 25 games, Tom, and Auburn won 20. First time Auburn's won 20 games since 1963.
Inside, Master goes for the steal. Off Person of Auburn. It'll go to Kentucky. Good hustle there by Jim Master.
Master put pressure on Person, but Person slipped. Maybe on some water underneath, and they're wiping it up now. It made him go down. He was out of bounds, and it was a costly turnover.
We're going to take another timeout. We have 3 minutes, 50 seconds remaining to play in this championship game. Kentucky will have the ball, trying to tie the game. Today's game is sponsored in part by Bahamas Air, Pilot House Hotel, and Tropical Tours. For more information about the best in sunny tropical vacations, call 1-800-327-5118. Kentucky will have the ball. They'll come the length of the courts, trailing by 2. And it looks like Auburn's going to pick up full court, Joe.
They're going to pick up full court, and it's going to be full court zone pressure. They've stayed in that zone defense the entire game, and it's generally been very effective in that they've held Bowie to just 4 points. Of course, Turpin's gotten loose for about 13.
And, of course, Auburn has some fouls to waste. They've committed only 3 this half.
Kentucky has committed 5. So neither team right now is in the bonus. Turpin's not in the game right now.
Kentucky with Walker, Beal, Master, Bennett, and Bowie.
Kentucky patient against the Auburn zone. They want that good shot also.
Bowie at the top of the key, back to Beal. Master's open, wasn't ready to shoot. Takes it back from Bowie.
They need a good one, and they know it.
They need 2 to tie. Less than 3 minutes to play in the championship game. Bowie says, take it back out to Beal. Now he asked for the lob, but he couldn't get it. He had Turner in position. Take it back out to Beal. Bowie wants the lob. There it is.
Perfect pass. They kept waiting for it, waiting for it. Finally, it worked to perfection. They almost waited too long, Tom. The clock could become a tremendous factor. They held that ball over a minute.
49-49. You see the clock.
Man-to-man defensively. We definitely have a honey going for us. I mean, a scorcher. Beautiful.
Winston Bennett is guarding Barkley. Master hits the deck, but no foul.
He acted a little bit too.
This is Barkley who takes Bennett outside. And a timeout. Auburn calls a timeout. That's their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining. So Auburn coach Sonny Smith asks for and gets a timeout with 1:47 to play. Here's the lob coming up to Bowie that tied the game at 49.
For Eddie Huddle's
1:47 to play. 49-49 tie. It'll be Auburn's basketball when we come back to play.
Looks to me like there's Coach Joe Hall in the huddle directing traffic for Kentucky. I think Sonny Smith would like to hold it for the last shot. 1:47 is a long way to go. There he is there. Unless he would get the really good shot, and then he might take it. Kentucky can waste 1 foul. They've committed 5. And Tom, in case we don't get a chance, really have enjoyed working with you again for the 3rd year on Southeastern Conference basketball. It's been a lot of fun. Let's do it again next year.
All right, Joe, sounds good. Same to you. I enjoyed working with you, and we had a great season. And we still have 1:47 of excellent basketball, maybe more. Person picked off by Bennett. Bennett to Beal for Kentucky. Daniels is back. Beal puts it up. It's no good. And a foul. It's going to be a rebounding foul on Auburn.
Beal again didn't take it to the glass, and it cost him the basket after Kentucky made the steal. But Kenny Walker, he got inside. Watch this. Great steal by Winston Bennett. He made it happen. Beal's trying to go coast to coast. Didn't charge, he slipped by, but see, he went straight to the basket instead of the board. Kenny Walker got inside the defense and picked up the rebound.
Foul was on Greg Turner, his 4th, only the 4th against Auburn. So a common foul, and Kentucky puts it in play. 15 foul against Auburn, excuse me.
It looks like Kentucky is, like Auburn, is going to hold it for the last shot, although Auburn got a little too aggressive, and it cost them the ball. Auburn's gone. Nope, they're still a zone press. They're trying to trap out of it.
Watch the clock at the top of the screen as it comes down toward 1:10. There's a foul, but there'll be no shots. That's only the 6th. But after this, Kentucky will take 1+1.
Good foul by Auburn. But from this point on, Kentucky will be shooting 1 and possibly the bonus.
First foul on Chuck Person of Auburn. With 1:12, Kentucky will put it in play. Kentucky with 3 timeouts remaining. That's the score, that's the time.
What a steal by Winston Bennett. He's given Kentucky possession. They're trapping little Dickie Beal.
Beal double team, calls for a timeout. He had only 5 seconds, or they would have turned the ball over. He was double teamed, could find no one to pass it to, and wisely called for a timeout.
Great timeout, because Person is the big guy that had him trapped.
Got a timeout, 1:05 to play. The score, Kentucky 49, Auburn 49. Minute 5 remaining, Kentucky with the basketball. Dickie Beal called a timeout there to save a turnover. Now each team has 2 timeouts remaining.
It was an excellent call by Dickie Beal because they had him trapped right in the corner of the 10-second line and the sideline, and Person was the guy who came in to create the trap. And at 6'8", he created all kind of problems for the little Dickie Beal, who does not have much size. They list him at 5'11", and that's stretching the point.
Beal will throw it in, and he does to Winston Bennett, who hands it back to Dickie Beal.
Auburn still in a 1-2-2 zone trap.
1 minute to play, less than that as you see, down to 55 now. Tie game, again they trap Dickie Beal. Bounces to Master. Not attacking the basket yet, they're a long ways away. Beal penetrates between a couple of Auburn players, still going, now kicks it back out to Bowie and to Master. 35 seconds. Kentucky's going to hold it for the final shot or a foul.
It's a good trapping zone defense by Auburn.
Timeout taken by Kentucky. 28 seconds left, and the Wildcats call for a timeout. Joe, I thought they might work it down a little longer before they called the timeout. What was the strategy here?
Well, they've got one more timeout left again, so Coach Joe Hall knew that. He had 2 left. He's got one more now. So if he really wants at 28 seconds to work it down and take another timeout, he still has that luxury. But at 28 seconds, I think they feel like this is a good time. We've worked it down a little over a minute. Let's now talk about it and see exactly what we want to do, because with the zone trap, the way Auburn is working it, you don't have as much luxury as you do against the man-for-man defense. And you need to be careful, but so far Kentucky's handled it very well.
Will Auburn stay in that trap now in this situation?
Well, they may fool Kentucky and come out and get them and really get after them man-to-man. I think they'll stay in the zone trap because it's worked so far very well. Coach Joe Hall in the Kentucky huddle, though, is preparing the Kentucky Wildcats for both of those possibilities.
Who would you have take the final shot?
Well, Master's been shooting it so well, I'm sure they would love for him to do it, unless they could get it inside real close and maybe a lob like they did to Bowie. Of course, they would love that because that's almost a cinch.
Here are Gulf most valuable players for Auburn. Charles Barkley with 14 points and 6 rebounds. He has been the MVP all year for Auburn. And the Gulf most valuable player from Kentucky, Melvin Turpin, 13 points, only 3 rebounds. Been a very balanced Kentucky attack today, by the way. And Turpin is the MVP choice. So, for our final Gulf MVPs of the season, Gulf and its dealers donate a $500 scholarship to the General Scholarship Fund of both schools. And our thanks to Gulf for their support throughout this Southeastern Conference season. Ball in play, clock starts. Dickie Beal will handle it for Kentucky. Auburn man-to-man.
They've definitely gone man-to-man. That's what Kentucky wants, I'm sure.
Beal, remember, he went one-on-one last time, and here, Joe, is the other timeout you were talking about. It comes with 14 seconds. Last night, in this similar situation, they gave it to Dickie Beal. They let him go one-on-one. He penetrated, he was fouled, and hit the 2 free throws with 3 seconds left to beat Alabama. Will they do it again?
Don't be shocked now, though, if Auburn comes back this time in their 1-2-2 zone trap instead of the man-for-man defense. Kentucky took the timeout because they felt like, well, we know the defense are going to be in now. Let's take a timeout, talk about it, and get something set up that we want with 14 seconds to go. So it'll be interesting to see now the strategy from the Auburn huddle. Tom, I love it. This is what it's really all about. A lot of thinking and a lot of strategy going on in both sides. And when I said it was a honey, it's sweeter than that.
You see the drawing on the board. As we pull out, that's the Kentucky huddle. Joe Hall is mapping that play. Last night, they turned Dickie Beal loose. Of course, Auburn saw that. So will Auburn be ready to defend that? Maybe they'll try something else. It's a chess game going on in the 2 huddles right now.
No question about it. Last night they put 4 players along the in line, and of course Alabama had to pick them up man-to-man. They set up Dickie Beal on a one-on-one situation, and he made it all happen as he made 2 foul shots almost as the game ended.
There's the recap of the tournament. Vandy over Ole Miss, Georgia beat Mississippi State. Then in the quarterfinals, overtime games, Tennessee beating Florida, Alabama over LSU. Auburn beat Vanderbilt by 1. Kentucky romped over Georgia. In the semifinals, Auburn over Tennessee. Kentucky whipped Alabama. And here we are, 49-49 with 14 seconds to play in the title game.
It looks like they're going to go man, but let's see. They may change from that very quickly. 14 seconds.
Beal to Master. Clock starts. 12, 11, 10. Master takes a couple of dribbles. 8, 7. Master still with the ball. 6, 5. Master looks to Walker. Walker with 3. On its way. It's good. Kentucky wins. Frustration evident on the face of Charles Barkley, who played a whale of a game, while the Kentucky Wildcats celebrate. Gerald White, Sonny Smith. A heartbreaking loss. Here's how it happened. Master, Walker, time running out, off the rim and through. Kentucky has the championship. We'll be back to Nashville for some final comments on this SEC championship game in just a moment.
With all these points, the record's mine. That's
the cheers still ringing throughout Memorial Gym on the Vanderbilt campus in Nashville, Tennessee. The Kentucky Wildcats have just become the first regular season champion to win the tournament championship since the tourney's revival in 1979. And the Wildcats have done it on a last-second shot by Kenny Walker that went through the basket as time expired for a 51-49 win over a gallant bunch of Auburn Tigers. They worked it down for the final shot. They got it. And right now, Jodine is courtside with big Melvin Turpin of Kentucky.
Well, Melvin, they gave you all you wanted. They didn't die. They came to play.
You know, Auburn was a great team. They kept getting the ball inside. Barkley, he's a strong fella. He kept on giving us trouble. We kept on giving him back. We get the ball inside, we scored. Kenny hit the winning shot. And it's, you know, everybody's happy now. So am I.
Melvin, why did you keep taking the timeouts at the end? What were you trying to get set up?
We're trying to get a one-shot play and stuff like that. For Dickie or me or Sam. Found out Kenny Walker had the shot, and he put it up about 2 seconds to go in the game. And then we take that any day.
Anytime, 51-49. You know, Kenny Walker's shot hit the basket, but it had the good touch, the good soft roll, and it fell for you. And everybody, the Shakers are going wild in Nashville, Tennessee.
You know, the 5 seeds really wanted this game because we haven't won the SEC since we've been here, and we finally done it. The last 3 years, we didn't got beat in the finals or in the first round, something like that. We worked hard for it, and I was glad we took us back home to Kentucky for it.
Melvin, congratulations. Great victory. You did a super job. Congratulations on your 42 points.
Thank you.
Okay, Melvin, real quick. Joe, congratulations. I thought it was a classic.
Well, Jim Master did a great job, Joe. When we couldn't get the ball back to Dickie, he went on and executed the play. Kenny Walker was our target. And, boy, I'll tell you, it was a thrill when that ball bounced in there.
You got the good roll, and that's what it's about.
Auburn is a great team, Joe.
No question.
And they do well in the NCAA.
Joe Hall, thank you.
Thank you,
congratulations.
Joe.
Good luck the rest of the way in the NCAA tournament.
Thank you very much.
Tom, back to you at the desk.
All right, Jodine, if you'll turn around here, we've got Kenny Walker, who made the winning shot for you. Take it away, Joe, and talk to Kenny.
Thanks, Tom. Kenny Walker, you had a tough night the other night, 1 for 9, but tonight has to be the happiest moment of your life.
That's right. I'll trade all those shots that I missed last night for that one last shot that I made.
You were setting up for Jim Master, but all of a sudden, a man named Kenny Walker made history in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yes, sir. The play was designed for Dick to get the ball back and for me to come off the double pick from Melvin and Jim. But Jim had the ball in his hand. Dickie took Jim's place and came down and shot the pick. I was able to roll off and get the ball.
Kenny Walker. They call him Sky. He did it today. Kenny, congratulations. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Okay, Kenny.
All right,
Tom, back to you.
Thank you, Joe Dean. That's it. Kentucky wins on Walker's shot, 51-49. Russ Potts, the senior executive producer, put it all together for SPI. Keith Sample's done a fine job. He's our executive producer. And all season long, Jimmy Rayburn, the coordinating producer. Our hats off to Dave Burchett, all-around nice guy indeed, and a great producer-director. Here are the other folks that made our telecast possible today and throughout the tournament. We thank them very much for a job well done. Leading scorers today, Turpin, 13 for Kentucky, 14 for Barkley, 14 for Person. The all-conference tournament team is out. The all-tournament team, Bobby Lee Hurd of Alabama, Tony White of Tennessee, Melvin Turpin of Kentucky, Chuck Person of Auburn, and the MVP, Auburn's Charles Barkley. Kentucky wins the Southeastern Conference Tournament Championship, 51-49 over Auburn. Tom Hammond for Joe Dean, so long.
Today's telecast was brought to you by Coors. Now the best of the Rockies is yours. By Gulf Oil. At Gulf, everything we do makes driving better for you. And by Holiday Inn Hotels, a better place to be. For worldwide reservations, just call 800-HOLIDAY.
And brought to you by Kern's Bakery. Kern's is good bread.